up, YouTube? It's your boy Rzd Reacts, aka Jus Raised, and I am back with another Rzd review. This time, this is the spoilery review of Punisher: One Last Kill. I already did the spoiler-free review, put it on those IndiexGeekz. I'm talking right now to give you time to click away from this video and go watch it if you haven't already. Go watch Punisher: One Last Kill before you continue on with this video. But if you have watched it, let's get into it.
Whole team got the glow. You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Feeling brand new.
Not gonna hold you. I thoroughly enjoyed this special presentation, and boy, was it a special presentation. Man, when I tell you this felt like a 40-minute teaser trailer, it felt like a 40-minute teaser trailer. Like, it just felt like right when we was locking in and getting started, and hey, let's go, John. Let's go, Frank. Let's go. Credits. I was like, huh? Like, credits. And I get it. I get it because it's not like it's his own series. It's not like it's his own situation. But they literally, this is probably the only thing negative that I have to say about the series. They literally could have probably done this on an episode of Daredevil. They could have, they literally. They literally could have done this on an episode of Daredevil. Like, bro, what? Like, they could have been like, yo, you seen Frank? Cut to Punisher: One Last Kill. Cut back to Daredevil at the end of the episode, and now we're moving on. We're moving on. And it would have been fine. It would have actually felt a little bit better and probably more contained a little bit. I mean, not that it wasn't contained in this one, but I just feel like it was a very long teaser trailer. That's the only thing I really have negative to say about it, is that I wish we would have gotten more. But I do understand that, of course, Frank's story continuing from Daredevil Born Again Season 1, where he was captured by Kingpin after coming back to help Matt, and then he also got released, broke out pretty much on his own, and he's just kind of been in limbo since then. Found out that the Nucci family has something to do with, was one of the families that has something to do with his family getting killed, so he goes after the Nucci family and slaughters them all. Now we do end up eventually getting shown what he did, how he walked down each individual of the Nucci family, but we don't see it. We don't see it at first. At first, it just picks up with Frank tripping out, having like a very strong battle mentally and emotionally and psychologically, of just going through the motions, kind of losing himself in his mission, and kind of, since he destroyed everybody in the Nucci family, to his knowledge, he just thought he finished the mission and he didn't know what to do with himself after that. He's like, oh, I'm done, but I don't know what to do. And he's just kind of in that moment. And the way they really illustrate him going through this psychological battle is actually very well done. It's very, very well done. We see so many people from his past. We see his homie, the black dude, I forgot his name. I can never remember his name. I'm not gonna hold you. But we got the black dude from the Punisher series. We got Karen Page even makes a appearance, but she's not really there. It's just him having the episode. And we just see him going through it, working out till his hands are bleeding, throwing up, trying to eat, trying to drink. Like, he was just going through it. He was going through it, and he proceeds to go to his family's gravesite after just kind of leaving his apartment and just kind of making his way to his local, like, little bakery area They gave him some coffee on the house. It seems like everybody realizes as he's walking around outside, it just his hood, just a hoodie on, like no real concealed covering and no real Punisher outfit. Everybody's looking at him like, oh, yo, that's Frank Castle. Like that's Frank Castle. And I thought that was interesting. That was an interesting way to go. And we see it's a little girl in the pastry shop, which is the pastry shop's owner's daughter. That kind of takes a liking to Frank, and Frank's like, hey, and she's waving at him and all type of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cute. But we see that ever since he took out the Nucci family, the city is in disarray. Like the city it's up for the city. Like it's people beating up homeless people. Is people like just walking up on people on the street, beating them up, robbing them, taking their money, people smacking up women on the side, like whole time Punisher's walking through the street, like just just pretty much going on a PTSD trip because he hears the sounds of war as he's walking down the street. Mind you, that's not what's happening around him, but it kind of is what's happening around him because the city is kind of like in a state of anarchy at this point. Without the Nucci family in control. And we see a car pull up on him, slow down, and then I guess once they realized it was Frank because he looked at him, they peeled off. And so he's just like, that was weird. So he goes to the cemetery with plans to have a conversation with his family because of course they're no longer with us, and he planned to take himself out in that moment because he was struggling so much mentally and psychologically and emotionally. Ooh. And when he gets down to the nitty gritty of it, he just really can't do it. He ends up seeing a vision of his daughter, and before he can like embrace her, she disappears, and he just no longer can off himself. And so he goes back home. As he pulls up back to the crib, the mother of the Nucci family pulls up and starts to tell this story about loneliness and about how her family was taken from her, and how even her baby boy was taken from her. And the whole time she's describing these events happen, it's like, why is she telling Punisher this? Like, and Punisher's even looking at her like, why are you telling me this story? And she was like, I need your help. And then by the end of the story, she's like, you took these people from me. And we see the whole time the person who was taking all these people out was the Punisher. Took out her whole family but left her alive. And she was just like 647, which was the time he killed her youngest son. She was like, that'll be forever etched in my mind. So at 647 today, we own all the people, all the ne'er-do-wells, all the bad people in this neighborhood and in this apartment complex that you stay in. So when 647 hits today, they will all be coming for you, looking to take you out. And he's just looking at her like, what? She was just like, yeah. Good luck. And walks out with her caretaker or whatever. So Punisher goes up to his crib, has another episode, this time seeing Karen Page, and we see as soon as he snaps out of it, the last thing the memory of Karen Page says to him is, what time is it? He looks at the clock, it's 6:47. And all hell breaks loose in that apartment complex. All hell breaks loose in that apartment complex. They set his apartment on fire. They beating people up in the hallway. One dude was trying to sexually assault. He was trying to essay the lady next door in front of her child. Like, it was just like, bro, what y'all on, bro? What y'all on? Like, bruh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Not to mention the dude in the opening credits who pretty much beat up the homeless dude, took his hat, and then tossed his dog in front of the garbage truck to just, what? How you gonna unalive a puppy? That ain't even your puppy. Anyway, there was so much going on in that city. It was just like, yo, this is a lot. So all hell breaks loose, and that's where we pretty much pick up with the Punisher one last kill. Punisher does what he does, comes back to his senses, makes it out, saves when he gets down to the street. Well, as he's fighting through the apartment complex, he sees Mama Nucci in the street just watching him. And as he makes his way to the street, she hurries up and gets back in the car, or tries to anyway. And Punisher is conflicted on chasing her or saving the dude who runs the bakery that was just nice to him. So he chooses to save the dude that was running the bakery that was nice to him, and pretty much dude was fighting off like 3 different dudes with a bat. His family was inside being attacked. Punisher comes through, takes everybody out, and saves the family, saves the baker, and the daughter of the baker ends up giving him a little gift. It's like a little flower that she made. He takes the flower to the cemetery, talks to his family again. Just like, yeah, I met somebody. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing forward. It just kind of gets a new lease on life. And the next scene, we see him in full Punisher garb, beating up the dude who beat up the homeless man and tossed the dog in front of the trash can, which was like, I mean, in front of the garbage truck, which was just like good. He deserves to get beat up because he was about to beat up some random black couple for no reason. And Punisher ends up stopping him and taking him out. And that's pretty much where we leave Punisher one last kill. And it just felt like we were just getting started. And it just automatically went to credits. And it was just like, well. Well. But shout out to Jon Bernthal, man. Like I said in the spoiler-free review on Those IndiexGeekz, Jon Bernthal plays, he has a great way of making you emotionally invested in these crash out characters. Shane in The Walking Dead was a crash out character, but he got you emotionally invested. The accountant's brother in The Accountant 2 was a crash out character, but he got you emotionally invested. Punisher, ever since he's played Punisher. And it's funny, man, shout out to Marvel. Shout out to Kevin Feige, because honestly, all of their main people, they're really good with casting like main people. Like, you got Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and now it's hard to see anybody else take that role. You got I'm trying to think of somebody else. Even though Chris Evans has played Human Torch before, him as Captain America, it's hard to see anybody else play that version of Captain America. Like, it's just it's hard. It's hard to see that. Shout out to Chris Evans. You got Punisher. It's hard to see anybody else other than Jon Bernthal play Punisher. Daredevil, it's hard to see anybody else other than Charlie Cox play Daredevil and play it well. Same thing with Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Like, they're casting for like their mainstay people, like the main villains or the main heroes are really, 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 really good. Their throwaway villains be hit or miss sometime, but the like main dudes, Kang, Jonathan Majors did a great job as Kang in all the different versions of Kang. Tom Hiddleston, great job as Loki. Like, all of them. Elizabeth Olsen, WandaVision, like Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange. Like, bruh, they've done a great job with casting. And I'm excited to see more of Punisher in Brand New Day. And this special presentation definitely gives you like a nice little prelude of the Punisher story and how he gets back to himself in full Punisher garb to get ready for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I'm excited to see more of him in there. But for me, I'll probably give Punisher one last kill. I'll probably give it an 8. It wasn't too much that I didn't like about this, outside of the fact that as soon as they got started, credits. So it ended up making it feel like a 40-minute teaser trailer. But outside of that, like, story-wise, they were beat for beat. Action-wise, they were there. Yeah, it was just a good time. It was a good time. I love what Jon Bernthal brings to the character. And I just want to see more Punisher, man. I want to see more Punisher on the screen. So prayerfully, Spider-Man Brand New Day will break records. So that way we can get more team ups with like TV characters and stuff like that, with Punisher and Spider-Man being in the same movie. So we shall see. But don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell and let me know in the comments below, what would you rate Punisher One Last Kill and how did you enjoy it? Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime we drop a new video on the channel. And never forget it's free soul to the soul free. Let's get it.
What up, family? If you're enjoying the content and conversations in this particular video or even on the channel, do me a favor. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Maybe even leave a comment if you feel like it. When you do those things, it actually helps our videos get pushed to newer audiences, and it even helps our channel grow. And what we're trying to do here is build community. So if you are enjoying the content and conversations here on this particular channel and in this particular video, tap in with it. Go ahead and lock in. You feel?